Real fast, if you like this type of thing and you want to see more SMB3 content on release, then like and subscribe. Thanks. This is a breakdown of the Heaters squad in SMB3. We will cover who we already know, a quick discussion of each player, lineup speculation, and overall team impression. Time skips in the description. Alright, who here do we know? Theodore Stiffner is here from the Wild Pigs. Kimmy Smoke comes over from the Buzzards. Maggie Rags was an Herbisaur, she's here now. Mantonio Yevo was on the Wide Loads. Bubbles Garcia from the Moose. Busha Digman, the former Beewolf. Murky Nubswubbles, previously of the Freebooters. For pitchers, we have Elmo Slayer. He was the third starter of the stacked Moonstars rotation. Now he headlines here. Bishop Fuller, he was the third guy of the Crocodons, now second here in the pen. Splash Cashmore from the Wide Loads. Huck and Duck from the Nemesis. And Simba Delano from the Blowfish. Quick discussion on each player. Two guys share the A- rating at the top. First, there's Hank Hart, the middle infielder, below average power, well above in the rest. The trait power versus righties is great. He's 30, but he's cheaper than his counterpart, Ray's Rufo, the center fielder, outfielder. He appears to have Hart slightly beat in almost every stat. No trait for him, though. He's only 26. Kobe Kingman. This guy has caused some confusion because his name has popped up on another team's roster, the Beewolves. He has different stats and position there, so right now our best guess is the devs named two guys this. Quirky. This Kobe is a catcher, bit less power and speed than the guys above him, but comparable otherwise. Slapper Glute. What were her parents thinking? Left field. She gives a little fielding to gain a bit more on offense. Dion Bass, middle infield. Another guy low in power and higher in the rest. Youngest guy on the team. Here's Stiffner, finally injecting some power and some great speed at the expense of contact and fielding. Volt Bolter, another center fielder and great speed, so maybe he earns the spot. Not blessed with the higher contact of a lot of his teammates, but he does get tough out, which is tricky to guess what it is. Maybe a contact boost with 2 strikes. Here's Kimmy, catcher and first base, middling stats with good speed. Rags is the defensive specialist. She has contact versus righties and utility. She can play anywhere. Mantonio Yevo, another injection of power, if you can put up with his defense. An obvious choice for a DH slot if available. Bubbles has the third most power on that team, but he's just below average elsewhere. Busha, good power, good glove, low contact. I loved her on the Beewolves before, but she's a bench player here. Murky Nubswubbles. He might be that guy that you go to for a stolen base, looking at his trait. On to pitchers. Elmo Slayer, he was a top 5 starter in 2, and now he gets the start opening day. S rating, comes with a very high salary. Only 24, he can get scary good if you keep paying him. He has K-Man, probably boosts his stuff, junk and velo, with 2 strikes. Fuller, slightly higher velo than Elmo, 10 points down in junk, 20 in accuracy, that's worth a $6 million pay cut. Air Lovestone kicks off the much inferior back half of their rotation. She does have pretty good control. Boris Bigsworth, he's an SPRP, but you won't use him whenever you want to, rather whenever you have to. His stats are poor, and he's old. Dur Neverwalker, A+, highest velo on the staff, and good junk and accuracy too. Composed, which I think means not affected by pressure. 13 million. The rest of their pen is full of other teams' discarded rubbish. Splash Cashmore really isn't too bad. Good velo and accuracy. He's got a changeup so he can mix speeds. Huck and Duck, his best attribute is actually his power when hitting, so... Simba Delano, his velo is almost serviceable. Can't aim though. He's a bit past his prime, perhaps at 41. Alright, so here's what I got for a lineup. Rufo, Glute, Stiffner. Rufo and Glute should be your most consistent sticks. Stiffner in the 3-hole for power, and his contact isn't a huge deal in the 3-hole because with runners on in the first inning, you know he's not your last chance. Yevo for cleanup. Hart, Kingman, Bass. I'll go Bolter last because I love his defense, but if it turns out defense isn't that big of a game changer as the devs make it sound, he can be pulled for Bubbles. If you have a DH, I would put Yevo there and slide Smoke into the 6-hole. Slapper Glute is probably your extra catcher, letting you slide Bubbles into left. Impression of this team. I like their studs and duds pitching staff. It allows you to pick your spots when you need to prevent runs, and if you have a big lead or an easier matchup, just let your horses rest. Bit of a dice roll and pennant race, though. Good defense and speed, good contact. This team's success will ride on how valuable these stats prove to be. If power is still king, they're going to be below average. If not, we may have a standout squad. Thanks for watching, like and sub for more SMB3 content. My sub count is like my YouTube ego. Right now I'm playing at very low ego. Help me level up. Also, click another video. I have a tier list video that's pretty dope. Also, a top 10 player in SMB2 video. Check one of those out. No wrong answers. Thanks for the watch.